Shalom, shalom, shalom. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. So, today I wanted to talk a little bit to you ladies out there about depression and relationships. So, depression in abusive relationship, depression in homes where there's just a lot of abuse, either whether there's emotional abuse, physical abuse, or just even both. So I'm going to tell you a story today. So the story, I just kind of heard the story today and I thought I'll pass it on to you guys. You can listen, make your own decision, and just plan how to move on. So I was talking with a lady friend of mine today who is actually ministering to another lady that I will refer to as Miss B. So Miss B is or was married to this guy, and there's been a lot of issues in the home. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of what the issues were or not were, is that what has now happened is this woman, from all the problems that was happening at home, she has now gone into full-blown depression. And so now she's been required by law to see a psychiatrist before she can have access to her children. And so, as I'm telling you the story right now, the man is moved out of the house with their two kids. She cannot have access to these children. She has to go through the 9 yards of seeing a psychiatrist before she sees her kids. This is what happens when all the kitchen sink is thrown at you, lady. Someone is throwing all the dirty water from the kitchen sink at you, from the bathroom sink at you, just all the dirty water at you, and all you're doing is you are absorbing this water. Someone says you're stupid, you let it go into your heart. You're fighting battles that you're not able to win. And you're not even channeling your energy to win in these battles. You're crying over, okay, am I going to lose this man, or this man is that, or blah, blah. Just a whole lot of nonsense. You need to guard your hearts. You need to not let everything sink into your heart. Don't tell me, Helen, oh, you don't know what I'm going through. Yes, I do. I've had to go through a lot myself. That's a story for another day. But what I'm trying to say to you is you have to guard your heart with all diligence. You have to be, how will I describe it? You have to be determined. You have to pre-make up your mind that you're not going to allow things. It might be a mother-in-law, it might be a sister-in-law, it might be that a guy even has some girlfriend outside who is trying to torment the daylight out of you. You cannot let this sink into you. You want to be there for your children, you get to make up your mind about what you want and what you don't want. And one of the main things is guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it comes the issues of life. And so back to this woman. So the man is gone with the two kids, and she's having to see a psychiatrist for this depression. I don't know, but I told you guys some time ago how the Lord made me realize that many women in abusive relationship end up with demonic depression, which can translate into demonic mental health issues where you actually have people going into full-blown schizophrenia and just going crazy. They're crazy. I'm sure you heard some women say, oh, he's doing this to me and he's just making me go crazy right now. You can control your affairs. You can control things that you allow sink into your heart. So basically, I'm speaking to you today. You know that I'm speaking to you? And what I want you to do is take stock of your life. Step back a moment and ask yourself, Is this the way that I want it? Am I controlling situations around me? You have to get to that place where you are able to control things. For instance, someone says something to you, you don't even have to respond. You can be quiet. It's not everything you respond to, because honestly, it's not everything that is important. You can choose the things that you need to respond to, how you are going to respond to them even before the thing happens. And honestly, that's the way you control situation. I'm not saying go and be abusive to somebody, go and be abusive to your husband. You have to respect them because you had, the team lead in the house, I call them. They are the fathers in the house. That's the way God has made it. But you got to be wise. You got to be wise. Don't get killed and don't lose your brain. And as a matter of fact, I was talking with a young lady here today who she's a nurse and she was doing her placement in a mental health institute. And she found out that when she read through a whole lot of the notes for these women, numerous women going through mental health and they're admitted in the hospital. Many of them are related to relationships. Relationships are meant to make you happy, but if it's the opposite, now you really got to watch it. So, what are my advice? Be smart, pray, ask God, talk to God. Better still talk to God before you're hopping into that relationship. But if you're already in, then you need to ask God, what do I do? And I know that God is going to speak to you and He's going to order your step, He's going to direct you. And by all means, I'm not asking you to jump out of your home. There's so many ways to fix this. So you got to try and fix this in very positive ways. In my way of doing it is reading the Bible and going to prayers and just listening to what God has got to say to me. But if at the end of the day you're going to go crazy or you're going to die, then you get to make a really smart decision. So I want to encourage you today, if you are going through something that is really traumatic, you can reach out to somebody that you trust, somebody that is wise. Don't reach out to stupid people because some people are just basically stupid. They will give you all the wrong advice. So look at some women you know has survived some issues and they're able to keep their home. They'll probably be able to give you one or two tips. If not even that, they will just listen. And a problem that you shared is half heavy. So I encourage you today, just keep writing on, keep being positive. Don't let this problem push you into depression. Don't let this problem make you go crazy. I love you and stay strong. God bless.